Hey guys, welcome back to another tutorial by Shayna's Home DIY and Crafts. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to make your home radiator heat cover. If you want to see how I do so, keep watching. Okay, so here I already have my wood cut down to some size. I have them cut this down at Lowe's. So I purchased a whole sheet of ply, and you can purchase whichever sheet of ply that works for you. I purchased one that was more smooth. I did this project since November last year, and we're finally here getting this video out. And this is why I'm wearing a whole jacket in my garage. I'm wearing a hoodie, everything you could think of, because it's cold as hell in this garage. I started thinking, is this garage heated? I don't think so. You guys could see the lights outside through the window and all that. But anyways, let's not sidetrack from what's going on here. So I already have the wood cut down from Lowe's, so you could do that because I wanted to fit my car. So here I'm in the garage. What I did just now, you saw me, did I measure my wood, because my measurement for the heat cover, for this heat cover that I'm making, it's 3 foot tall and 3.5 foot wide. Okay, 3 foot tall, 3.5 foot for the length. So I don't know what's your length gonna be when you're gonna make it, but just make sure you measure your space if you're gonna make this before you cut wood. Don't go with my measurement because everybody's house is different. I'm making this for a friend, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna kill me. At this point, she's just gonna kill me. At this point, I think she'd just be like, you know what? It is what it is. Because I had this thing in my garage since November of last year. Told her I was making it, I was freezing, and I finished it in a couple of hours, believe it or not. It took me about maybe an hour or two to finish it freezing, but I couldn't paint it. So I just got around to being able to paint it, and this is why this video is just coming out. All right, so now we're cutting our wood. I'm using my miter saw. If you're wondering what's miter saw, I'm using a 12 inch. I think this is a 12 inch. No, I'm lying. I have a 10 inch, maybe a 14 inch. I don't remember. Just know I use a miter saw. And if you don't have a miter saw, you can always use a circular saw, okay? You could always use a circular saw. You could always use a hand saw. You don't have to do the nonsense I'm doing. So all I just did show you just now is me cutting down all of that wood for everything. The length again is 3.5 foot wide, and the height or the length, whatever, it's from the ground up to my waist is 3 foot, and up the top is 3.5 foot. I'm gonna have all the measurement in the description box below, so you guys can go ahead and check that out. But again, this is just to give you an idea, to show you it's not hard to make, because guess what, your radiator may not be the same measurement. So I'm just sharing this with you guys. It's not hard to make. So here I'm using some 1x2 to cut down for the inner side to make the frame, so we could put that around it. And don't mind me, I'm doing a bunch of nonsense over there because of course I'm cold, so I'm trying to get done. Okay, so here we are cutting down the 1x2s, and once I cut those down, I put this the pieces on this bench here because of course, I don't know, the work table is full. So all I'm doing here is just making sure everything lined up, and then we're going to use some screws. So here I'm showing you guys the screw. I used some cabinet finish screw for this because I already had those on hand. You don't have to use cabinet finish screws. I'm only using that because Shane already had those on hand, and I'm using what I already have, okay? We're not going to go buy new stuff when we can use that. So again, that's that. So here we go, freezing again. We're using our drill. We're drilling through that, going through. And please don't laugh at me. I feel like, anybody ever watch Meet the Browns or any of the Tyler Perry show with Mr. Brown? Yeah, I feel like I look like him with that PJ pants. Look at that, I'm freezing. I say I can't do this no more. I look like him with all those outfits. Because guess what, I'm home. I was home, and I wasn't even thinking that, hey, this is gonna go public or viral. Maybe I just wanted to make this, and I wanted to get a video of me making this for you guys. So that's why I look like that. If you're not new here, you know Shayna really don't give a shit or really don't care. That's just me. You get what you see around here. So if you're new, welcome in. Say what you want, take it or leave it. That's me. Okay, let's keep it going. So we're just drilling. That's all. Trying to get those 1x2 to attach to those plywood so we could make the frame. Okay, so what I did here, because I didn't want my wood to move and I'm freezing and I don't want anything to shift, I kind of use my what do they call that, clamp. I use my clamp and clamp the 1x2 onto the ply, onto the bench, that metal bench. So this way it won't shift or move, because I just want to get done. Freezing. At this point in life, I know somebody's gonna say, if she say freezing one more time, I swear I'm gonna go jump through that phone and I'm gonna get her. Yeah, but let me tell you, it's freezing, okay? I won't stop saying, you see them lights out the window flashing? That's not the police. That's the lights from Christmas of last year, okay? So that's what we're doing. Anyways, if you're new here, my name is Shayna. On this channel, I do a lot of home DIY projects in different type of crafting. And if you're not new, welcome back, and thank you guys so much for your continuous love and support. Couldn't have done it without you guys, and I'm still here rocking it with you guys. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys. See, I finally found some gloves there to see if I could help out a sister here, because I tell you, when I say, guys, I live up north. If you're not new, you guys always hear me say I live up north New York. And if you're new, you're about to learn that I live up north New York. It gets cold up here, and we get a lot of snow, okay? So I'm freezing in that garage. I'm gonna poke a little hole. I think there's a detector to tell you if there's insulation in that garage. I don't know. Do you guys think they put insulation in garage, or they just put up the sheetrock? I mean, I don't expect it to be warm because there's no heat in it, but why does it have to be so cold? You know what I mean? Like freezing. Anyways, so what I'm doing on this side is the same thing that I just did on the other side. We're trying to make sure the 1x2 lined up. Use our clamp to hold it in. We're gonna get our drill and our screw, and we're gonna screw it in or drill it in. And that's it. 1, 2, 3, ABC. Now, guys, this is a quick and easy project. If you have like a weekend off, you could do this like in one day. Anybody, you could do this in one day, okay? Literally a day. I could have finished this faster if it wasn't cold in here, okay? Like I said, it took me over like an hour. Total time, about an hour to make this. And that's between stopping in between and blowing in my hand, going inside of the house to get a little bit warm and come back out. So that's that. Now, somebody's going to ask me, can I use 2x4? Can I use whatever? I don't know. Again, it's up to you. Depends on your radiator. I just found it easier for me to use the 1x2 because of the space of measuring. So it's not going to be all bulky and heavy for me to bring it to her or for her to pick it up. So that's why I use that. Okay. So here we are. I am so excited that I finally was able to start edit up some content to drop out for you guys. Like, I have the content, but I have no storage in my phone, so I can't edit it, because every time I edit it, then I can't save it because there's no storage. So I'm slowly getting there. So hopefully, you know, we're gonna get some more coming out. So you're gonna see content from, like, you know, old content like this one. It's been there. So anyways, or anywho's. People say I say anywho's. It's anyways, but I like to say anywho's. Anywho's. Here we are. We actually have a frame. I didn't show you guys what I did to the other side. Again, freezing. And it's the same thing I'm doing to the opposite side like I did to the other side. So now we can see that we're getting somewhere here. We're actually having a frame, somewhat a frame. To get my drill, we're drilling in. I'm going to drill it all the way in because I'm going to be using some wood fillers to fill those holes at the top so we don't have holes in it. All right. So, or you could do whatever. If you guys want, you could put contact paper on top of this, or you could get a nice finishing wood and glue it on. Like, just use it as a top frame and glue it on. Depends on what you're going for to make it look nice. But we're just going to fill that in with wood filler, sand it down, and paint it. So, drilling those in, trying to make sure everything goes in the wood. That's why I'm using those little tiny cabinet screws so it works. So here we are, getting there. So now I'm just doing the bottom. And if I should do this over, I would probably, I don't know. There's something I wanted to say while I was watching this editing to you guys, but I forgot. But anyways, let me keep watching, and if it comes to my thought, and I'll say. So yeah, I'm going in, and we're going to brace in, and I'm going to screw from the inner 1x2. So the less holes I put into those plywood is better for me. Less filling, and we have a cleaner finish. So I'm trying to go into the 1x2s to do so. I don't remember how much the total 1x2 is, but I'm going to try and see if I could calculate and do a little thing for you guys so I could tell you how much I use. I just know that I use one sheet of ply and I have leftovers. Okay? I use one sheet and I have leftovers. Okay, sorry about that. Fiona start barking. I have to pause that, and I forgot what I was saying. Anyways, all right, I'm using that little rug to help protect my knee from the cold concrete, and I'm just like trying to build a frame. So it's kind of like I'm building the frame. So somebody may ask me, should I build the inner frame first before I do so? It's up to you. I did it this way because I felt like if I did it, like build a frame on the stuff, then I won't have to like put much holes or drill a lot of holes inside of the plywood. Then it would be more to fill. So there we are. So now I'm going to go from the back, and we're just going to go in and screw that in. And I use that for the front piece because we have to make sure that that bottom piece in the front is also help bracing to hold this up, and also make sure so the heat can come underneath, because you don't want to, like, when you're making this, you also want to make it a little bit bigger. Don't make it like when it fit on your heater snug. You don't want to make this to fit on your heater snug because you want the heat. This is just a decorative style. It's just a decorative style. So you want the heat to be able to pass through your radiator covers. Okay, so this is a little bigger than the radiator, And also underneath the bottom, if you see there, I have ear holes that's going to ear out. So I think I'm doing the measurement up top there so I can cut another piece of wood. Whatever I'm doing there, I don't remember. Like I said, I did this a while ago. So just getting it up here. But it's a simple task, guys. It's 1, 2, 3, ABC. Okay, so whatever I'm doing there, doing the measurement. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm measuring to get the exact center. Because that piece of 1 by 2, I'm going to put it in the center to help brace that, to hold it up. So what I was doing is measuring to get the exact center of 3.5 foot between. So once I did that, I took that 1 by 4, and of course I kind of like measure right, put it on there, measure, use a pencil to mark it. You could do it that way, or you could use your tape measurement and measure it. Me, because I'm not no professional, I'm going to do it the way where I feel more comfortable, which is putting there and take a pencil and mark it. And you guys could see it fit perfectly snug right there. It's not like pushing too much where it's expanding or pushing out the top or falling apart. It's like perfect. So what I do, I use my smaller level and I take my hammer and I just tippity tap over until I feel like it's level. Once I see it level on my level, then I said that's it. Then we're just going to go ahead and screw that in. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm taking my tape measurement and I'm measuring to make sure the measurement from one end to the center of that is the same. And I'm just doing the same thing going down to the bottom, and I did the same thing to the opposite side to make sure. So now I'm using these metal mesh. I got these off Amazon. I'm going to actually have those in the description box pinned straight to the website where you guys could get that. I hope they still have that on Amazon. I got it a year ago, so I'm using the metal. Remember, Radiator is heat. Our Radiator is bringing heat, so want to put metal, or you could use a little wood slot. There's so much different ways you can make this. We're using these because that's what my friend wanted. From her idea that she found somewhere on Pinterest. I don't know where she found it, but wherever she found it. So we're going to be using those. So that's why I'm just trying to measure to make sure how those were. Those weren't cheap, but I'm going to also I'm going to have them so you guys can see the price. I don't know if it changed or what. I'm not currently looking at it while speaking to you guys where I could say I purchased it for this, but no, it's not that. But I'm definitely going to have it in the description box below. So that's that. So now flip that over and I'm just going to screw from the bottom to keep those in place. And there it is. That's it, guys. I'm swinging on it to see if it can hold. I'm 165 pounds plus 100 plus the jacket, the robe, the hoodie and everything. That's all that's going on there. So I just add that to that. So now I'm going over here with the metal sheet to see how I want to put this on, and see it's perfect. So I did all the measurement. It's perfect. So here I am. I'm using my electric staple gun to put this in, and I decided that I wanted to start from the inner part, because eventually I'm gonna have to cut a piece of it off because it's a little bit too big. Okay, so if you guys notice out to the end, if you guys could see, I know it's probably hard to see because my garage looks like shit. It's like a lot of junk in here. So yes. So if you go right out to the end there, you can see where that leftover piece of the sheet is. I'm going to actually cut that off. I have like a metal cutter that I use. If you guys are interested in knowing what that metal cutter is, you can go ahead and watch my video of how I build the bar. You'll see how I use that metal cutter to cut those metal roofing for my bar, if you guys want to see what that is. I'm going to also try to see if I could add that in the description box below, tag that. So in case you guys want to grab that, just remember when you're grabbing that, they do have right hand and left hand. Okay, right hand and left hand. I didn't know that when I was buying it, so I learned the hard way. So we're using the staple gun, and this staple gun, I got it from Walmart. And I'm using that to hold the metal sheet in place. And again, it's electric staple gun. Sometimes you shoot it in and it doesn't go all the way in, so I'm using my hammer to just knock on that a little bit to get it all the way in, to make sure life is good with that. See, that's all I'm doing. Go all the way down. We're going to keep stapling until it's secure. You don't have to stretch anything. It's not like a chicken cob wire or anything. You know what? Actually, you could use chicken cob wire. Now I'm thinking like that. Or you could use those little like garden fence. You know those little square diamond one that look like garden fencing? You could use those too. I think once it paint, it will look nice. However, this looks just way nicer. So I couldn't take the cold anymore, guys. It was so cold. So I didn't show you guys how I cut that off. But I did. Again, watch my video on the bar, which you guys can see. I'm going to have that in the icon above and the description box below, so you guys can check that out. So this is what it looks like. I brought it into my mud room, and of course, because I couldn't take the cold anymore. So here we're using this wood putty here, and I'm using like a little spatula there. See, it's wood, touch-up putty, wood putty. And I brought it into the mud room, and we're going to seal in these corners, because on the front, you guys did not see how I did all of that, but on the front, I did put some trims on to give it that little, so cover everything to make it look nice. So here, this is what it looks like after I put the first coat on. on and what it looks like. I did put another coat on, then sand it down, and then it's been in my garage for almost a year. Coming I guess December, I have Christmas tree up. So I lied to you guys when I said it was in November. So probably it has to be in December. There's Christmas tree, or late November, because I put up my Christmas tree early. So somewhere there. So this is what it looks like as of today's date that I'm doing this voiceover. I did do a video. I didn't do a video of how I spray paint this because, again, I'm running out of storage. But I did use a paint gun to spray this, and I'm going to have those in the description box below. And if you're curious in seeing what kind of paint gun I use, go check out the video on how I did my shutters. That's the same paint gun I use. But after finishing painting this to get a nice smooth finish, it's so nice. I now feel like I need to put trims on the side. What do you guys think? Type in the comment section and let me know what you guys think, if I should put trims on the side, on both sides. I feel like it looks nice in the front, but when you first, like, one side you're not going to see anything, but when you walk in her house where she's going to have it, you're going to see from other side. So that's it. You put it just like that in front of your heater, and the heat comes right out, so your house will stay warm, nice and cozy. And I want to show you guys here, right there, I had to cut this part out because you guys know how those Radiator are. They have that little pipe piece that comes through, so I needed that space. Yeah, and that's it. So I decided I post a short video on this, and some people was asking, I hope you have a full tutorial coming soon. I'm like, you know what? Enough is enough. I've had this video for long enough. I'm just going to put it out here to show you guys what it is like. So yes, guys, if you're interested in doing this video, type in the comment section. Let me know if you're going to do something like this for your Radiator to make your your stuff look nice. And you could always put stuff on top of here and whatever, to make it look nice. So anyways, that's how it is. Anyways, if you make it this far throughout the video, it's obvious that you like what you see here and you are the real deal. Go ahead and check out some of my other content if you're interested in making stuff. I have all different type of content. I have content from making a cup, making a t-shirt, to building a bar, to building my own bed, guys. So if you're new here, just check those out if you find this content interested. And again, if you make it this far, you're the real deal. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Turn the notification bell on. Therefore, you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Now, remember that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Until next time, be blessed and bye for now.